Top Biden officials offering few details after meeting President Obrador in Mexico yesterday for help curbing the crushing tide of migrants heading north. DHS Secretary Mayorkas saying, quote, "We had a very productive meeting with President Obrador and members of his cabinet today in Mexico City." Auden Cabello is an independent journalist covering the border crisis firsthand. He joins us live from Mexico, where he lives. Auden, your thoughts on this meeting? Did anything come from it?
Good morning, Griff. Well, this was a private meeting, and there was no press conference afterwards, no statements other than going to X and issuing statements there by Secretary Mayorkas and Secretary Blinken. And what I've deducted from this meeting is going back and listening to López Obrador from his morning discourse, saying that if anything, the U.S. was wanting for Mexico to implement more blockades, slow down the influx of migrants into the U.S. More than being this about immigration, I think it was more about Ukraine and elections. As you know, Republicans have stated that if the Biden administration does not do anything at the border, they will not give funding for Ukraine.
Right.
And I think that was the objective of Secretary Blinken.
Yeah.
For Secretary Mayorkas, for 3 years, he's been pushing legal pathways into the U.S. I think CBP-1 has been a failure. And I think he's pushing for Mexico to hold migrants in Mexico and allow them to use this legal pathway instead of them crossing illegally into the U.S.
Auden, it strikes me because you live in Mexico, you see the Mexican press. And like you, I've spent a lot of time. I've made at least half a dozen trips to Tapachula, the southernmost city where the migrants cross from Guatemala. Mexico is not stopping the flow there. They come there first before they come across our border. I've gone to the Darien Gap in the jungle between Panama and Colombia. They're not stopping it there either. The pipeline is full. But yet after this meeting, a senior Biden administration official told reporters that Mexico's officials shared their plan, which created a, quote, pretty significant reduction in border crossings. Is that accurate?
Well, Mexico did implement some actions. For example, in Matamoros, they cleared the camp using bulldozers. Matamoros is across from Brownsville. In Piedras Negras, the new governor of Coahuila had met with López Obrador 2 weeks ago. And there in Piedras Negras, they started flights back to southern Mexico. So there are some actions where they're clearing migrants from northern Mexico. They're trying to hold them in southern Mexico, but as we all have seen the footage, that's not holding them back. They'll take to caravans and walk to central Mexico, and that's where they're taking the trains, something that we've documented, and it's a major black eye for both administrations.
Yeah, you've documented
and that's why.
You've done such a great job. I mean, but for you and a few others, we wouldn't even know. And as you look at that caravan coming here, yesterday it was in Huitzla, today it's in Escuintla. We know the path. They're going to get on the train. They're going to end up in a matter of days. And the numbers, by the way, are about to break the record. This month is going to break the record for the most ever on record, the highest month ever. It's going to happen in a matter of hours, Auden. But my question to you is, does Mexico have the resources and the political will to effectively stop this crisis?
Well, one thing they do is they have the upper hand. They know that the U.S. is desperate, and I think Mexico is asking for more funding, and also they have elections coming up next year. So I think AMLO negotiated where Mexico will receive more funding, and after this, we'll see exactly what was discussed, what comes after this meeting. But I think Mexico does have the upper hand in this case, and we'll just have to wait and see what actions are taken. But as far as the migrant flow and the pipeline, they're all coming.
Auden, last question. I've only got about 30 seconds, but I want to ask you, the administration is going to tell us they're doing everything they can and that the border is secure. Is that true, or are they lying to us?
Well, they've been lying to us for the past 3 years, and I think this is where we come into play. We'll be very critical what we report. Every time I go to the border and report, it seems it's completely opposite of what the administration is saying. So we're gearing up and getting ready to continue documenting the reality here on the ground at the border and expose the administration. They've been lying to us for 3 years, and I think they'll continue this final year, continue lying.
Auden Cabello, independent journalist in Mexico, risking his life to tell this story. The cartels are watching you as much as they're watching anybody else. Auden, thank you for speaking out and coming on.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.